Okay, these are the ones I mentioned before I pre-made, just to save a bit of time on camera. Now if we have a closer look at this, the flame is sitting on top of the candle, the wick. And you can see it's starting to melt the felt, the fat, or the around the wick there. And what that does is it feeds the flame, and doesn't burn too much of the wick. You can see the dipple or the sphere of melted fat around there. This one here I used a much bigger wick in. This is my first attempt. It's burning quite well. You can see it's burning down. And what will eventually happen with this one is, because I use a much thicker wick, is that the wick will collapse into the melted fat and extinguish itself. So once again, the thickness of your wick, it has to be proportional to the overall diameter of your candle. Another thing with the clay mould is, as I said before, we live in a very moderate climate, so in the summer months this stuff is very soft. So I tend to leave it in the clay mould to use. Thoughtful Wolf put a very good post on the forum on how to fire clay pots on an open campfire, so that may be an option for some members on the forum. You can use all sorts of containers, empty tins, cardboard ones if you wish, whatever. I thought I'd go with something different using what resources I had around the house yard. So that's pretty well it, folks. The next video series I'll do one on paraffin wax. As I've mentioned before, I think somewhere on the forum, paraffin wax is a petroleum byproduct of oil refining, so it's not the sort of stuff you're going to find growing on trees if things go really sad. Whereas this is more sustainable from hunting or homestead livestock. As you can see, there's no smoke coming off these candles, and to me it just smells like a normal candle. You can put, as I said, oil in there to give it a bit more better aroma and that sort of thing. So there you go, folks. That's my attempt at making candles using different types of containers. As I said, you can use anything, empty tins, fired clay moulds. I just use dried ones. Toilet rolls, anything like that. If you wanted to, if you live in a really cool climate, you could even cut this like that, cut the peel away, or the lemon skin, and just make a square candle out of it. But as I said, it depends on what sort of climate you live in. So thank you very much.